Hello everybody. Today we're going to be doing my first commission. Now I received this commission 2 weeks ago and I need to have it finished by tomorrow. So I haven't started, so let's go ahead, hop into this and yeah. So, what are we doing today, you might ask? And I would respond with good question, if it was a good question, but clearly you've read the title. So today we're going to be making a Catan board in less than 24 hours for a friend of mine. So let's get into it and I'll show you guys my materials. So here's our main material. These are 3-inch hexagon tiles, mosaic, and we're going to be using the ceramic tiles as our bases because they don't bend. So I just filmed a video explaining what we're going to be doing now, and I filmed it in time lapse, so I'm going to go ahead and explain. We have some coffee right here and then some dirt. We're going to mix it in with some glue, and then we're going to base all of the tiles at the same time, and then we'll go from there. So check it out. Just for reference really quick, these are going to be my mesas, and we're going to paint them up red. They'll have nice little plateaus and flat bits. And then these are going to be my mountains, which are a little bit sharper, and then I'll dry brush them white. And you might be asking, oh, Mitko, what are you going to do for the sheep? Well, I'm going to take a bunch of these guys, a bunch of Q-tips right here, and I'm going to snip them off and give them some eyeballs, and these are my sheep. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have the first step of everything done. So this will be the base coat. These are going to be our 3 mesas, which we're going to go orange red. Then we have our forest, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do an epoxy pour here, and then we're going to do an epoxy pour for my plains right over there. We got 1 plains, 2 plains, 3 plains, 4. These are going to be our farmland. And then of course, once everything is dry, we're going to do some dry brushing and texturing to get them a little more vibrant and bring it all together. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, there's some mountains. Now we got the dry brushing done. It's going to keep drying out, so the soil's going to look a little better. But then I'll go in and I'll do some dry brushing on the soil to give it a little more pop. But here we can see the mountains are starting to look amazing. What's up, guys? So now we're gonna go ahead and work on the plains here. I'm gonna go ahead and show you my sheep recipe, and then we're gonna do an epoxy pour for the water in there. So let me set the camera up and we're gonna do a little time lapse. Okay, so I went back to my first Catan board I've ever made, and these ones warped a bunch, as you can see, which is why I'm using the thicker, but the sheep are actually full black on the head. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna try that out, see if it looks a little better. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Let's try.
И тя е за първата манекенка от Родопите, която има договор с някое интелигентно списание.
What's up, mother bitches? We are currently, what time is it? Let's see, let's take a look. It is like 2 p.m. and we are this far in terms of progress. So here we have our farms, our forests, which just need some edges. The farms will need some yellow edges, so will the mountains. But other than that, these are done besides edging. Maybe I'll give these a wash once it dries out. So those are looking good. Over here, that's one of our epoxy pours finished, and here we have our second epoxy pour. We've put all of our sheep, which, if you ask me, the plains are the trickiest and one of the best looking. Next up would be the forests, but here we go, and there we go. There's our mesas and our desert. So we're doing good. Keep powering on. Boom, there it is. All of the tiles are finished. That's one of my old cheap tiles, you can ignore that. Now we can go ahead, leave it in the sun to dry, come back, clear coat, and we're finished. Alright, and here it is. You guys here can see the plains, the forest as the sun moves and changes the shadows. We have some sheep here. You guys can see each one has a little diorama. The desert, they're eating their water. We're gonna fly through here. Look at all the beautiful landscapes in this realistic 3D Catan. There we go, coming over a mountain. Now, as we're getting to the end of the video, all I really have are these clips to show you guys, so I'm just going to go ahead, talk a little bit about it. I'm going to leave my coffee ground mix in the end of the video, so you guys can watch that if you're interested. Here we go, another one of those spins, showing off the shadows, and yeah, there it is. It's a full Catan board, made under 24 hours, dirt cheap, and I'm very happy with how it looks. I haven't played on it yet. I gave it to the friend that requested it, and I think they've been having a good time with it. But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how we make the brown coffee mix. So here it is, completely out of order. End of the video. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna take our dirt and our coffee grounds and some stirring stuff. Down in the bottom, you can see I also have some white glue, PVA glue, and watered down PVA. I do not know why I was showing you guys this bottle. Oh, okay, because I was going to open it up and pour out the glue water inside. All right, so basically we're mixing glue, water, glue, dirt, sand, powders, and stuff, and we're going to go ahead. We're just going to mix it up till we get the right consistency. Not too runny, not too thick, because if it's too thick, it'll crumble off and it won't really stick and you can't paint it on. Whereas if it's too runny, although it'll go on, when it dries, it'll crack a lot more. So keep that in mind. I think the consistency I go for is like somewhere between really, really soft poop and diarrhea. So you can use that for reference. If you don't know, go to your local CVS, get some laxatives, and you can probably, go home, do some experimenting, put a glove on, don't put a glove on, I don't care, give it a mush. But when you give it that mush, you'll know, and then you'll be able to translate those very important skills into the crafting. So here we go, I was mixing it up. I'm like, you know what, we need a little bit more, put a little bit of glue in there, and basically, yeah, keep mixing it. That's how you do it. Other than that, thank you to everybody that stayed this long to watch the video. This is probably one of my most effort projects, so could really appreciate a like or subscribe or share the video or absolutely nothing at all. The fact that you're here means like at the end of the video, that's what matters. So yeah, I'm grabbing the camera, showing the poo-poo pile. You see what I'm talking about with that consistency. Perfect. Now don't look down back there. I got a little plant growing. That's a Japanese green maple tree. Very interesting little bonsai. Yeah, so take it into the messy garage and smack it on, which you guys already saw. Bye.